Phainon, are you hit? I just brought out with the most difficult endgame content in Honkai style history after my editor told me to split this video into two. And so without further ado, this is going to be the results for everything related to Anomaly Arbitration for Night 1, Night 2, Night 3, as well as Anomaly King. The results may shock you. There we go. Yo, by the way, I lied about it. I didn't fart. I never fart, by the way. It was a joke, right? You guys couldn't even hear any, so it was literally just for me to get engagement, right? Okay, without further ado, the final analytics in our 3.8 massive update from Prydwen is going to be this right here. Splitting for nights all, Night 1, Night 2, Night 3, as well as Sunday himself. So here's exactly what is gonna happen. We'll go for Night 1, 2, 3 first, then go back into the Nights all, then go into Sunday, right? So bada bing. So this is gonna be Night 1 for Cyclonic Swarm Mother. If you guys don't know what this is about, it's literally the exact same setup as our current Memory of Chaos 12 with the Pegasus as well as the Ascended times 2, right? So that's gonna be Night 1, and I'm guessing the best team for this, with my brilliant HSR knowledge, is probably gonna be the Remembrance flagship. Wow, would you look at that? You know what I'm saying? So Remembrance flagship is gonna be once again our rank 1 team, and then we do have ourselves, well, Cypher actually not doing too far off. Pella has been seeing a couple of runs here and there. Lingsha suddenly sneaking back up behind from nowhere with a couple of run mates. Then this is gonna be my day. So our actual next DPS, aside from the Remembrance flagship, is going to be Mighty on side 1, which I guess it makes sense because the side 1 is the one that has shades of HP. So this works to Mighty's favor as well. Then we have a Firefly with Fuck You. Then this is gonna be our Silver Wolf. Agalea is not doing too shabby. DOT is around this caliber. Dahlia at 3.94. Yeah, Sarah is not gonna sleep well tonight, you know what I'm saying? About almost a 0.05 cycle gap, and this is gonna be Blade as the final benchmark for the 4 cycle clear. And going from Blade onward is basically Black Swan, Ceredra, so base. Okay, I guess you really wouldn't run Phainon for this particular night, because Phainon is just so good for Night 3, to the point where no one will actually run Phainon here, right? So it is what it is. Then this is gonna be the rest of the stuff. Okay. Yeah, like whoever ran him over here, I have no idea why, because you were definitely running for side 3 with the HPD. So we have a couple of Nexus, Herdas, which I would say this is probably a way better team if you run it on Night 2 against the True Sting. So there's that. Then Bubbin is gonna be here. We have a couple of Jiao Chills. Acorn is kind of cooked. Wait, where's Face Out, guys? A lot of lies has been said in this stream today. But Face Out being 99.99 is the biggest one of them all. So respectfully, enough is enough. Okay, anyways, we have a couple of Bronya Spargles, and everything else here is just not gonna be clearing. Like the bombs they are gonna be, except for Face Out, so that's gonna be there. I'm actually a little bit surprised that we can't get too big of a clear on Saber though. I don't think Saber's that hard for this particular thing, right? Because there wasn't that many mobs for us to deal with. So whatever right? So for our Night 1 is gonna be that. The Night 2 is True Sting. True Sting himself, I think, is gonna be completely fine, because it's the same mechanic that we've always seen in Memory of Chaos. But the floor before True Sting is a massive pain in the ass. It is the classic horse and lion combo. The Uma and Ban Yue combo. If you guys have fought Anomaly Arbitration ever since the first cycle, I think these two elites are probably like the most annoying elites in HSR history. Where the lion can summon the bats, and both of them have this charge attack that if they slam on your face, you're probably either losing like 90% of HP or you lose your energy. Super hard. So let's just take a peek at how True Sting is going to be going. My personal assumption on the best performing team in True Sting is probably going to be Remembrance flagship. Let's take a peek. Oh, and there it is. The Remember. Okay, actually, you know what? It's a really kind of close with Super Break though. Remember Flagship and Super Break, they're like really close, right? We have a couple of Evernights. We have the HMC plus Valkyrie with Firefly actually cleared faster on average than Casterus. Very surprising. That is super surprising. So that is gonna be a 3.02 victory. In fact, the entire HMC Fugue Firefly Dahlia Flagship, which is the Sustainers break, did very well for Night 2, because the only one that actually outcleared Firefly was I'm guessing at this point Evernight, with a main DPS at a 2.86. Alright, then with a couple of Sirenes here, Lingsha is just chilling, Castrus is 8.88%, Ragebait is gonna be the alternative for HMC, Rappa also not doing too badly for this particular season. Yeah, I know there's a crit debuff, right? There's a crit debuff, but chat, it's Firefly, guys. It's Firefly. Enough said, right? And this is gonna be Boodle, and then we have ourselves the Gallagher over here. DOT also doing very well. And this is gonna be our RMC, where is just riding the wave alongside with our DOT. And then this is gonna be our Ceredra. Very good. Hardmar 7, My Day, Car. DHPD with Phainon. I'm still surprised that people want to use Phainon in other places, but I'm guessing the last night tree, Phainon has to be rank 1. There's no way Phainon is not rank 1 in Night 3. So we'll see what's up. Teep is Teep, cover of a Nexus, Bobbin and Sunday, Sparkle, Archer. Okay, very good. D Herda. No, bro. Oh wait, Acheron also couldn't clear. Okay, you know what? I'm fine. Right.
The greatest. Ragebait.
At least Acheron also could not clear, right? So that's gonna be completely fine. And in fairness, I think this is actually better than Acheron, because we are like 99.9, but like we almost cleared. And then those are just a really bad clear, right? So I think that's a very good victory for us phase out mains over here. So we're now gonna be moving on into Night 3, Judge of Oblivion. Check out our early access video if you don't even know how his mechanics works. I personally think Phainon should just monk this. Like the shield mechanic for DHPD, the counters, the bounce, everything is just perfect for Phainon. So if Remembrance Flagship and Evernight still becomes a rank 1 clear, I'll be extremely surprised. Phainon, are you him? Oh, that's crazy, guys. Oh my god, bro, that is crazy, guys. Oh my god, that is actually crazy, though. How, chat? How is this possible? Bro, it's like literally by one entire cycle, by the way. I know it's like 1/10 of the appearance, but bro, it's one cycle faster, bro. How the f is this possible, guys? How is this possible? Oh, this is poor game balancing. It's all Darway's fault. This is just E0 Phainon is a fraud. Bro, the mechanics are perfect for Phainon, bro. 机制, bro. Mechanics is that we have the shield, we have the counter, we shave off his partner's bar, which means we theoretically should deal the fastest amount of partner's bar damage, which would then get us a 50% damage increase. Because before we break his toughness, he has a 50% damage incoming receive, which is the reduction, right? So like, oh my god, this is so sad though. Okay, I'm very sad for Phainon means. But that is gonna be our 记忆战舰 once again coming in to steal Phainon's kill. I'm just really. Oh my god, bro, this is really unfortunate. So that is gonna be there for our 记忆战舰. Then this is gonna be our Ceredra. Okay, to be fair, Phainon has rank 2, right? Last time I checked, rank 2 is not that bad, guys. Right? Rank 2 is not that bad. At the end of the day, as long chat, do you know what's the meaning of rank 2? It means you are better than everyone else except for rank 1. And he has a 38.49% appearance, which is a lot higher than these like 5% guys, right? So very good Phainon. Couple of Firefly clear. Did someone just say it means you are the first loser? Okay, then we have a couple of Firefly clears with Dahlia, HMC, right? Sunday is just kind of chilling with Phainon over there. Valkyrie with DHPD, next our main DPS, which honestly is pretty because we have the damage on the top of bar damage. Boodle also doing not too shabbily. Then this is gonna be our DOT, Fu Xuan. surprisingly. Okay, then we have a couple of run mates. Gallagher, Rappa is the worst of your team is Teep, Sparkle, My Day, alright, whatever that's gonna be, Huan, Archer. Hey! It is a beautiful day if I can say so myself. It is in fact a glorious day. A glorious day for my wife as we absolutely destroy Acheron at a 5.06 cycle to the 5.17, right? So WS fucking statistics, WS fucking results for Phainon against Acheron. I love this, bro. I absolutely love it. So let's just go forward to the next. Oh, there we have a couple of them Chills. Yep, very good. And the rest of the just don't give about. You know, I'm already very, very happy. I'm extremely happy. So with that out of the way, finally, Harmonious Choir, the Great Septimus, otherwise known as One Day After Dinner. My sister and brother and mother and this is going to be the Sunday boss. Now, you might think, right, a casual player might think, a Sunday boss with the toughness bar mechanic and crit damage reduction up to 10 stacks, it probably means the fastest clearing team is going to be Super Break, right? But alas, with Mr. HSR's in-depth HSR knowledge, I'm here to tell you, I am probably gonna be able to guess that the rank 1 fastest team might be Remembrance. Let's take a look right now. Oh my goodness! And there it fucking is! The only team that is actually able to pull this out of their asshole is going to be the Remembrance flagship with Ammonite at a sub 4 cycle clear. To be fair, HMC came really fucking close. It is only 4.02. I'm assuming this is done with a sustainless brick. So Firefly actually came really close with Cassius. Right, our ex-girlfriend from Panacony against our ex-girlfriend from Cassius. Okay, yo, chat, by the way, I saw, okay, completely unreal. I'm not sure if my error can find this. I was scrolling through Twitter. I saw this art of like Firefly and Cassius. Their Ababas were like pressing against one another and they were like looking into each other like really angrily because they were like in competition. And then like Cassius was like back there, right? Kalos was like back there. So like if you manage to find this art, feel free to insert it. I'm not sure who drew it, but I just saw it. Like, wow, that is really not. It's a safe for work. It's completely safe for work, right? There was no such. It's just that there are bubbles on like pressing and they were just staring at one another, right? So if you know what I'm talking about, you know. Okay, and let's just move on a little bit here. So Casual is gonna be at a 4.08. This is gonna be our highest scene. Fuck you. Firefly girlfriend, really close with our new girlfriend. Then there's gonna be Daria run mate. Next is gonna be coming out over here. Alright, then we have an RMC. Saridra. Mighty is gonna be at a 5.36 cycle. Boodle is gonna be at a 5.4. Car is gonna be 5.5. Phainon also not doing that bad if you audience consider we have a couple of DOT players. Rappa also doing that. So all break units actually went on above the 6 cycle this match. Sunday just barely, and everyone else unfortunately could not clear at a E0 baseline, right? At an E0 baseline. Alright, it's fair, guys. Right, this is completely fair, so it is what I do. So that we've finally come to the end of our overall cycle counts for all 3 content. So in average, I don't think we need to care about this that much. But yeah, to no one's surprise, Remembrance flagship, followed by Super Break, followed by a couple of Phainons, right? Then we have a couple of like Annexas, Boot Hills, DOTs. So by by 5.11 to 5.12, Phainon once again proves to the world that she is the strongest DPS in Honkai Star Rail. And there it is. And there, generational victory for my wife. Absolutely. Battle of mid. You must bend that guy. Okay, so generational victory for me. I'm extremely fucking happy. So with that out of the way, let's just finally jump into the next segment, which is the character usage rate. And there it is. And there it is. Okay, so this is just to no one's surprise with a couple of remembrance. Okay, yeah, then we have a couple of break. Phainon, really good. Yep. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yep. Okay. Very good. Okay. Honestly, I don't really care about the character appearance because it doesn't really mean anything. So the more important thing is gonna be this: the team usage rate. Oh, holy shit! Oh. Okay, so the best teams, or rather the most used teams for Side 1 is of course gonna be our girlfriend from Amphorius plus a D Herda. Then our Side 2 is our girlfriend from Panacony plus a sudden appearance for our new girlfriend, which actually cleared literally faster than our old girlfriend for almost every other team except for this one guy over here. So that's really good. And then our last tree is our boyfriend, right? Our boyfriend from Amphorius. Phainon with a dot. Couple of others over here, but basically a boy team, right? In terms of the most used team rate. So that's gonna be that. I think all those kind of other stuff are gonna be a little bit more niche. So let's just sort by the score itself over here. Bop. Oh my fucking god! Is that a Phainon in the top 10? That is in fact a Phainon in the top 10, guys! Oh my fucking god! With a generational 2-cycle full 3-star clear on all E0, by the way. It's respectfully, it is not one guy, right? 0.02% out of 12,000 players, right? Out of 12,000 players is 2.5 guys. Right, it's 2.5 guys. So silence your fucking mouths. Right, this is actually a. Hey, where is Acheron? Hey, where is Acheron? I don't see Acheron anywhere though. I don't see Acheron anywhere. So with that, we have. And that out of the way, yep, this is gonna be rank 1 as Fireflies. How the hell is this possible, by the way? How is a HMC main DPS clearing faster than a Firefly main DPS? And what the is that cheap? Is that cheap? What the hell is Tasante doing with Firefly, bro? What is that? Bro, that is fucking crazy. 1 cycle clear on this one over here. Team has joined the Super Breakers. I have no idea what's going on here. Wait, where is the Firefly clear of this team? Okay, this team literally cleared worse than Teep at E0. The E0 team running Teep over Fuck You cleared almost twice as fast. This is 1.86. So we're at E2. This is almost 0 cycles. So that's absolutely fucking insane. But very, very interesting is DDD. Oh, this is double DDD. Okay, wait. You say DDD, right? Here's a thought. Did you know that Fuke also has DDD? Bro, I'm not sure if y'all know. There's this hidden mechanic where Fuke can also get herself a 24 absolutely advanced. If you want to go ahead and activate this thing, called her Eidolon 2. Oh yeah, bro, that
the greatest unrelatable Honkai Star Rail player that has ever lived.
That bro, that just sounds a little bit crazy, right? Okay. Y'all might think it's like a of course moment, but let me ask you something. E2 HMC versus E2 Fugue. Now HMC doesn't have DDD built into their idleness, but Fugue does. So at the end of the day, can you really blame Fugue for having a 24% action very advanced? Literally part of her kit, by the way. It is part of her kit, right? Even E6 HMC doesn't have a 24% action very advanced, right? So at the end of the day, if I'm gonna be able to utilize her abilities to get a 24% action very advanced in the E2, then who is to say it is unfair? Nobody? Okay, is this Ragebait? I don't know.
The greatest Ragebaiter that has ever lived.
Okay, Adder, help me put a Ragebait disclaimer. Okay, in any case, let me just continue on a little bit over here. So this is gonna be our remembrance flash, okay, one DOT. Oh, one DOT of a car. Okay, and then remembrance flash. Is that Huan with? What the fuck is going on here? What is Huan? Okay, actually, if you think about it, Huan's energy regeneration is pretty good for Evernight, especially at Ezio, because it can help us maintain the it maintains the ultimate uptime for the jellyfish, which is all not too bad. But that being said, all those is that Bronya? Are you telling me I put Casterus just to lose to a Bronya? That's fucking crazy, bro. Let's just continue with this. This is gonna be our Aglaia Evernight. Bro, people just be running everything with Evernight, bro. We have Aglaia Evernight, Car Evernight, Runmei Evernight. Evernight as a hyper carry without Cyrene. Evernight with Silver. Evernight with fucking Pella, bro. Bro, they just be running Evernight. Literally everything but the fucking kitchen sink is with Evernight nowadays. Assuming that you got yourself Cyrene and Hydra. So very, very interesting choice of a team diversity with regards to Evernight. And our side 2 is just gonna be a lot of them super break variations. Yeah, a lot of super break variations. Very, oh, by the way, this team I'll be looking forward in version 4. I really, really wonder how Archer is gonna be cooking version 4. So we'll see how that's gonna be going. And our team 3. Yeah, I don't think there's too much to be said aside from this. Literally the best clear in the entirety of Night 3. So bada boom, bada bing, bada bang, rest of the stuff. Okay, at this point, I just wanna wait, where is Akron, guys? Yo, Akron, where do you go? Alright, let's take a peek over here. Okay. 3.75, 6, and 4.43. Fastest carry. To be fair, 3.75 is honestly really, really good, right? And this is definitely gonna be oh, that's right. Jiao Qiu is literally not homeless, guys. Wow. Yeah, Jiao Qiu is actually not homeless. And then you kind of swap this here and there with like DHPD as well as a Silver Wolf against Judge of Oblivion. So 3.75, very, very good. And we have a 3 cycle for the E2 over here. Very nice. And then for Phainon, that is gonna be okay, we're gonna ignore these two for stage 1 and stage 2 because it is not an ideal environment, right? Did I ever fault Akron for not being in her ideal environment? Never. So we'll just take a look at their best performance, and what I do see over here is a 2 cycle clear, right? So it's 2 cycle clear in her peak.
The pussiest Honkai star rail player that has ever lived.
Against 3.7 on her peak. So therefore, Phainon is a W. Phainon is a W. Very, very good, right? Okay, with that out of the way, we are now going to move on into our final segment. And that is going to be Mr. Sunday. That is not Sunday. Alright, Mr. Sunday. Without further ado. Oh. Okay, you know what? All things considered, I think it's not that bad that Remembrance Flagship cleared almost twice as fast as Sunday. Alright, it's not that bad. because this is a, the flagship unit, right? I do believe because of our super break, did I just Sunday? I meant Phainon, right? I do believe because of our super breakers getting a substantial buff, or most notably Firefly, it does signify to me overall. Okay, look at it. We have a couple of them Evernight main DPSs. Alright. Okay, so basically everyone here is Casterus, Firefly, Phainon. TLDR, the waifu slash husbando bait in the HSR story has the best performance. Alright, because both Casterus and Firefly, I think we can all collectively agree they are our girlfriends between Panacony and Forest respectively, right? And then Phainon is just kind of like the guy. He is like the guy. I don't think we have a Phainon in Panacony actually. I don't consider Acheron to be the Phainon of Panacony, because Acheron has she's just there that one shot. She is more like a weapon. Yeah, Acheron is like a weapon in Panacony, whereas Phainon had like the entire career development from all the way to the end, right? So maybe we'll see how the story plays through in version 4, but that is generally how they are gonna be cooking with regards to the highest usage. A couple of other teams are gonna be, yo, Raj, thank you so much for the do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do are very, very good. Lingsha main DPS actually doing a very, very nice 3.7 cycle. Sunday is the Panacony boyfriend. Okay, and there it is. And then we have a couple of Annex. Okay, you know what? Annex DR clearing 6 is still really, really good. And I have a couple of Avenites, couple of Rabbats, couple of couples. Very nice. So now they just sort by the final segment, and that is gonna be the score. Shut up. Shut up. Is that DOT as a rank 1? That is fucking crazy. That is fucking crazy. Wait, DOT is the fastest clear? DOT is the fastest clear. And bro, Evernight is not even rank 2, bro. Rank 2 is fucking a Nexa sustainless. Oh, that's fucking crazy, bro. Oh, I did not expect this. DOT is actually the fastest clear in Anomaly King, followed by a Nexa hyper carry. Whereas our Remembrance flagship doesn't even have Casterus, by the way. Our Remembrance flagship doesn't even have Casterus. It is literally just Evernight with a Teep at E0. And then we have a couple of Firefly clears here and there. Is that Firefly car? Holy. Okay, to be fair, Car is super, super good against Sunday in the final phase. Because the final phase, you just store all of those true damage and slam all in before you even break toughness bar. So Car specifically for Sunday phase 3 is super nice. Wait, where's oh my god, Casterus is rank 6? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my god, she's rank 7, bro. Oh my god, she's rank 7. Oh, that is just crazy. What the fuck? Is that Super Break Annexar? Super Break Annexar is like a little bit faster than Boot Hill. Okay. And then we have a couple of Evernights again. Holy shit. Hunt March 7th. Hunt March 7th cleared faster than Rappa. That is absolutely fucking insane. We have a couple of them Casus without Sirenes. Then a couple of Fireflies. Phainon coming in and over here. How the hell is the Phainon? Wait, where is the Phainon team again? Wait, that is the fastest Phainon. No fucking way, bro. How can that be the fastest Phainon team? The fastest Phainon team is literally running a Bronya. What? How? How is this possible? Bro, how the fuck is this possible? How is Bronya the fastest clearing team for Phainon? Okay, to be fair, this is the E0 though. To be fair, this is the E0. Bro, I'm surprised that Saridra on average is just like not as fast. And with a couple of RMCs over here with Sundays. Then the rest of them are just not clearing. Bro, yeah, apparently Saridra didn't even make it the top 3 for like fastest clear. Okay, but in any case, let's just go back by the score again. So TLDR for Anomaly King on average for the general population, DOT with Cypher is actually the fastest clearing team. I'm actually shocked. Sustainless DOT is the fastest clearing team. Second fastest is Anexa Sustainless, both of which ran Cyrene. And the third fastest is Evernight Cyrene without Casterus. You just run a teep. That is actually... Oh, wait, chat. I literally just realized. This might have been the Casterus haters, bro. Is the global passive haters. They intentionally did this so that we can bring down global passive. Or maybe Hyacinth is a spy. Because to be completely fair, Hyacinth's value being tied up with Casterus, it will bind her to the sustain slot. But Evernight actually broke free from the need of running a sustain, and she brings back Teep to do sustainless. That is my guess. Right, that is my guess. So Casterus' need for a sustain versus Evernight's need without a sustain essentially brought down Hyacinth's overall DPS ceiling for this team, because a team without sustain will ultimately always deal more damage than a team with sustain, which is, I guess, the reason why this is a top 3. Notice how the top 3, the top 6, or rather the top 5, all ran without a sustain, and then the ones with a sustain is top 6 and top 7, right? This is 6, this is 7. So, very, very, very interesting insight with regards to the King's highest clear. Now I just kind of want to take a look. One last thing before we go. And this is the first King where you actually did not need a sustain. Because Sunday's phase 2, phase 1, phase 3, they didn't really do that much damage as long as you can break fast enough. And we're the bomb train show anyway. So that is very, very true. One last thing before we go. I have to see this. I have to see this. Okay, so basically no one. Oh, I have... No. Okay, Elder Crow is about, right? Elder Crow is about. Okay, so with that, we have come into the end of our Anomaly Arbitration ranking statistics for Night 1, Night 2, Night 3, as well as Anomaly King. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Before I bounce off this video, yes, this video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Please kindly ignore any of the craziest things. Love your waifus, love your husbandos. Use whatever you want to use in Honkai Starbucks, because meta doesn't matter, right? Everyone is meta, right? Evernight DPS is just as meta as Acheron DPS. Facial DPS is just as meta as a Firefly DPS. We are all the same. Everyone is an equal in HSR, right? Also, your editor, can you use this for the previous video as well? Everyone is equal. Like the entire disclaimer, use it for the first video as well, right? So that's gonna be the word of the day. Is gonna be everyone is equal. Join to join. Use code POKE for 10% of gamers ups. All the best for a guide boost, and thank you for watching this video.